Rather nice, because there was a time this morning when I looked at it.
Last changed his mind. Turns out as usual.
There's some
The
show. A very, very warm welcome, of course, to the ninth great tornado, of course, which is the epitome of back all our minds. Right in front of you now is Sally B. Sally B, the star of this show, as always. And there are some very, very special guests here today. You all to this wonderful spectacular, as I hope it will be, and I'm sure it will be. There is Sally B, really the epitome of the whole show. And Sally B, we've seen on film, on television. She is a star in her own right. Usually flown by Captain Keith Sissons, who is, as I said earlier, he's stuck in Greenland, so his second in command, Captain Alan Walker, is at the helm. And there you are, what a wonderful view of Sally B. And you see that second Cowlin, yellow flag second Cowlin, and that is really as a dedication to Ted White, who, well, what West Morning is all about. It is the only show in the year where you can see a site like this. And this afternoon, hopefully we'll get them pretty well all flat.
Here's Miss Harrier, Mark 5. Latest version of the Harrier went to service with the RAF. Doing as they normally do, a rolling takeoff. A vertical takeoff is always popular at shows. It's always possible with full load. And if your airfields are destroyed, it may be necessary. But it uses an enormous amount of fuel. And normally speaking, a Harrier would rather do a rolling takeoff and landing. Having those stores, by those companies, Normal Buses do the front end, and British Aerospace do the back end. And the 1987, which I think is still running to convert pilots, but what I cannot tell you, unless you've got the information, Brian, is who is flying. Is a much greater chance of dodging somebody else's missiles or cutting across in 60,000 feet of minutes. That's a pretty sight.
Very. Well, now I think they are disappearing into...
They are clearing, I think.
This afternoon, our three-aircraft formation, led by Nigel Land in the Lexington. Nigel Lamb leading the display in his Lexus Extra 230, the Walter Extra 230, but named after Toyota's new luxury top-of-the-range saloon, the Lexus. Now pulling up for what looks like another loop, but this time Nigel will twist the formation at the top in a clover leaf, so they end up flying parallel to us down the main runway. The formation maintaining the famous Vic wartime formation, that V shape, and also showing the contrasting silhouettes of the Lexus Extra and the Toyota Pit Specials. Now leading up into a wing over, converting speed to height before flying in from the left for a formation barrel roll. So imagine, if you will, that they're corkscrewing through an imaginary barrel lying on its side in the sky, maintaining close formation throughout. In fact, you could almost believe that they were mounted together on an invisible sheet of glass. Exiting from the maneuver, pulling up now to climb vertically until the airspeed falls away. Nigel Lamb was leading the formation, but of course, as they still turn together, he will be bringing up the rear as they come down on the way down from the exit of the maneuver. To present what we call the T-loop. T, of course, for Team Toyota. So there is Nigel, having led the display, tucking in neatly in the number 3 position. Extremely difficult for him because he has a much faster aircraft than the Pit Specials. And he'll now ask his wingmen to move aside as he hustles his way through to miss out one or the other. And so placed him 12th in the World Aerobatic Championships in Switzerland last week, and that was out of over 80 pilots. A very creditable performance. The aircraft Nigel is flying was specifically built for high-speed aerobatics, and is an aircraft seen very often in modern aerobatic competitions. This one was in fact the first one in the UK, and the aircraft itself has won the British title for the last 5 years. Nigel, like his fellow teammates, was trained. This isn't an engine failure we've got here, just a very dramatic tail slide. But on that occasion out in the bush, Nigel had to force land his Vampire. But he survived from that, recovered and went on to fly Alouettes and Bell helicopters, ending his Air Force career as an instructor. Here at Westmoreling, this is a busy bank holiday as ever with the team. The team have 3 more displays to go to after today, and so we'll be heading off immediately and not landing back. And in the whole season, the team puts in something like 100 displays throughout the country altogether. Executes a formation slow roll. Dick Manning leading the 2-ship, holding them in the inverted position as they fly along the display line. And then rolling back out, back up. Flying within a few feet of each other to commence the double loop join-up. Now they're all flying away from each other, so how can they actually rejoin? Well, just watch. Nigel now on the right will execute a half Cuban and then fly down in hot pursuit of the 2 Toyota Pit Specials. And his idea is to slot into the number 3 position by the end of the loop. Very difficult for him. He has no air brakes, so he must make sure he doesn't overshoot, but equally he's got to make sure he's in the number 3 position by the end. And there he is with seconds to spare.
The Yak 3 fighter were rather smaller, rather more simple. Earlier this summer I saw it up at Duxford where it lives. But what that little wing does give it is a good rate of roll. I suspect rather faster than the Harbour, but I doubt if anyone's going to stop. Display of aircraft is patently something which has not skipped a generation amongst the Hammers. Said that, I can just let them watch this. I don't talk over the Spitfire.
Well, I think we are going to see a lot of Spitfires during the afternoon, and we'll fill you in, but for this run, just listen to that wonderful version.
Stein Halper, isn't it? Luftwaffe ace. Jim Goodson also is there signing his book, and Colonel James Goodson's book to get at the moment as we watch the Spitfire display in front of us.
Collection of about 3 minutes' time will be the
Buster 5, RT-486, built in 1944, during the war. Served in Normandy for a brief period at the end of 1944, where it toured the advanced landing grounds. And normally flies commercial jets, Limestad, based in Hampshire. It is one of 2 airworthy officers currently owned by the B-Castle unit, the other being a Mark 6, of the order of the officer, and stand and speaker. They always appeared at the wrong moment. And this aircraft, or in fact any of the aircraft in the flight, please come along to the flight line at the end of the display, and we'd be delighted to talk to you. And last but not least, today's liner to service 1943, with number 43 operational training unit, the same unit as the Austin flight software 5. I have no plan for wherever facility, but despite these drawbacks, these aircraft established the air observation post, or the AOP for short.
They ought to really bring that back again. So certainly if you I gather that they are, and 747. Oh, but what a splendid idea, 747.
Yes, but the DC-3, in fact, was the sleeper version of the
Oil up in Scotland, in fact,
anti-pollution run.
Anti-pollution runs. In other words, they go and spray not detergent, it's dispersant, they inform me. Lovely sound, isn't it?
Known for the American four-piece of aircraft design.
What is fascinating is how through, one would have thought that you'd have terrible problems with spares and things, but...
so many of the war, of course. The Boeing Stratoliner, which was killed by the war, was a very successful airplane. But it gave Douglas an air.
Thank you, John. Well, good afternoon, and welcome to the Air Tour Diamond 9, who are all lined up and ready to go, I think, as soon as the Dakota. In the air at all, those tigers will catch them and you'll be able to see it.
I was on Lennox.
Diamond 9 fly past, and I think the sound of 9 gypsy majors is infinitely preferable to my voice, so I'll leave you with that sweet symphony. Doing this, of course, is that it gives 3 chaps a chance to play at being leader, which they quite enjoy. And there they go. It's a very well-known aeroplane, of course, Baltic Total, which is a fair number, and they weren't just built in this country, the Ocean Circle. He's a vice president of the Royal Aero Club. Yes, I'm getting chuckles from John Blake at that. Notorious, he thinks, is the appropriate word. But John is definitely the youngest member of the team. Flies BAC 111s for British Air Ferries. And he's the only member of the team who's single and unattached. Ladies, please note. And they're coming by now for a fly past in feathered arrow formation. This was a formation that the team put into the routine last year, following the red arrows, as a group then.
The arrow plane. There comes the red arrows. Here we go.
And there they go, tiger moths all over the sky. Do please give them a wave as they come by, ladies and gentlemen. For our essential administrative expenses, which are largely concerned with postage and telephone, since these aircraft being all privately owned are based all around Castrol this year.
Lovely plane today. Yeah, we're coming up like the Royal.
That I his aeroplane. Some women marry for money, but I definitely married for an aeroplane.
But it's sensible. I mean, have tiger, will marry.
Yes. They've got into the habit of doing things in formation, this lot.
But so they should. We used the early days of the dive club. We used to do that when I first joined, when they were at Croydon, heaven help us. And anybody wore,
It's
as simple as that.
Yes.
They thought it was being much too jammy. Possibly it was, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Airport Diamond Line, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I know they've been...
Ryan Recruit, indeed, yes. Designed by Cornelius Ryan. They've had, well, one of those. It is a small airplane, that 20 that's got the same engine as the Harbour did, incidentally, the 450 horsepower was.
And a lovely view as the flight comes past. As far as the eye can see. Forget that one.
Didn't forget it, should have. To be absolutely honest.
They drop off. They didn't, and the pupil in front obviously went berserk, probably threw up at the same time. But a very strong, sturdy aeroplane.
Then you're breaking in on that one.
Same aircraft, but a very different, primarily because G-Sphere is a Navy one. Navy one, obviously with the closed cockpit, that's rather rare.
It was, and I don't know how many of them were built with cockpits, but not a great many.
And then we have one in line astern now. That is in its, I believe, original configuration. There you can see the yellow wings, the yellow perils, with the open tandem cockpit there. In fact, a number of instructors were looking to make his pupil be a little bit frightened of the whole thing. Norman leads off. Dave Southwood in back. Followed up by Ewan English in numbers 4 and 5. Ewan English, Mike Brook pull up into the slot either side of the leader. So smoke, go, and the leader will call the rollback. 2 and 3 pull up and roll outwards. Smashing, look at that. Roll outwards and inwards, and now their job is to catch up with the 3 ship. Numbers 4 and 5 have moved up on either side of the leader, Ewan English, Mike Brook, and now numbers 2 and 3 too. Norman Lees, who's leading the team this afternoon, and out they go, and watch as the team goes round that corner. The first 3 move from Vic into line astern, and now Gary and Dave Southwood are going to move up on either side of the second aircraft, on either side of Ewan English in that formation, and fly past in a formation that the team call Rocket. In that position, he's on the outside of the turn, he's really got to boot that aircraft. But as he comes in towards you, of course, he'll be on the inside of the turn, going slowest, so juggling with throttle and stick and rudder to pick up formation. Lovely shot for the cameras. Landing lights on, smoke on the centre 3 line astern on, and as they come past, the 1990 Albert formation team in Rocket. Gear down and smoke on. Another lovely shot. Look at that. Nice solid undercarriage on these aeroplanes. That smoke injected into the exhaust from tanks, and Gary steaming in and pulls up. Plenty of speed at the bottom of that, pulls up to complete the rest of the loop. He's Norman, an ex-Royal Naval helicopter pilot. He's flown as an exchange officer with the Royal Air Force and as a search and rescue pilot, Leon Solent. His last job was to bring Rob Lamplow's Hawker Sea Fury back across the Atlantic. He flew it 5,000 miles. The Stinger. Box formation, nice and tight with that aircraft in. That's flying number 4 in the box. Nice formation. 2 and 3 pull up and over the top. Oh, look at that. Love it. Love it.
The squadron that the airplane this is marked up for worked with was, it deployed in basically in forward air control missions. They used to mark targets on the opposite side of the line. And hang. What do you think? The first time, as far as I know, certainly not in the southeast. Now we haven't yet found out who's flying.
Oh, well now Mark Hanna actually comes in front of this window when we just said that he's flying the aeroplane.
Well, you said it, I didn't.
Well, that's what they said.
Well, actually, it's Pete Jarvis. Oh, in the Nicaraguan National Guard.
Teens in their enormous box formations, daily going over to...
You had to get hundreds and hundreds of the final handover to take place on one violin rate, and they lost over 60 more pieces.